This is a recap for Thursday, January 27th. So today we took notes on converting decimals into fractions. And the emphasis is on place value. So here's a picture from the notes that I took from the video, and I can zoom in on the very first thing, which is talk about is just a place value chart. So I'm actually going to pull out this tool here and highlight a few things. So this is the ones column. This is, or the tenth, excuse me. This is the ones column right here. So this entire column. This is the tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So you say the number that's here, and then tenth. So that's 3/10. And this is 7/10. So this is the decimal version, and this is the fraction version, and you say it exactly the same way. And you use the number that is the last number in your digit. For example, 23. Whoops, let's erase that. So let's say you have this 20.23, 0.23, and you want to say that mathematically. You have to look at this place value, which is the hundredths, and use that. So you say 23, and then you say hundredths. So that's 23 hundredths. And that's really what we did today, was change decimals to fractions by just saying them correctly. And then every once in a while, you're going to have to simplify one of them. So let me zoom out here a little bit and see what else we have. So on this one right here, oops, let's get this tool. So this one is 391, so you say 391, and then the 1 is in the thousandths place, so it's 391 thousandths. This is 5, and you always just say the whole number, 5 and, this is in the tenths, 5 and 3/10. 5 and then you say the 3 and then tenths, because it's in the tenths place. This is 12 and 79 hundredths. We did talk about the reason that this is here is that 32 hundredths is the same as 3/10 and 2 hundredths, and to add those together we would change this to 30 hundredths. We'd multiply by 10 and multiply that by 10, so then that would be 30 hundredths plus 2 hundredths would be 32 hundredths. And then I want to pull up a blank sheet here, because in working with a student asking questions, they were wondering how, for example, to write that. And so some students will write this thinking that that's what the answer to that is, but this is the thousandth, 1,000th place, so we have to have a thousand. So this is 32 over 1,000. Or maybe, how would we write this one? This can cause a bit of a challenge. So the important part is that you write that as the denominator every time. So that's 302. And then you figure out, well, what's my, numerator. So you say that as the numerator. And then you figure out, what's the denominator? And to figure it out, you have to look at this place value. That's thousandths. So that's what that is. Let's try an even more challenging one. Let's write, let's say 6.0506. So that is 6, and then we do this part, 506. 506, and the 6 is in the 10 thousandths place. So that's 6 and 506 10 thousandths. One more last one here, maybe a little bit easier. 12.56 is 12 and 56 hundredths. We know we can simplify 56 hundredths. We can cut it in half, and we get 28 fiftieths. We can cut that in half again and get 14 25ths. So it's 12 and 14 25ths. Okay, and that is a recap for Wednesday, January 27th.